Today, I am out in the water with my new Hobie Mirage Lynx kayak. This video is about my impressions of the kayak, so if you're curious about the Lynx or considering purchasing one, then keep watching. This is my new Lynx. I bought this a couple weeks ago. I've been out in the water. I think this is maybe the third time. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. First of all, let me preface this by saying I love the kayak. And why do I love it? Is because of the good. It is super light. This kayak weighs about 45 pounds without the Mirage drive in the seat. And that is super light. So easy to manage, whether you're trying to car top or put this on the back of a trailer, launching, loading, etc. Very easy to manage. It is a 36-inch wide kayak. It almost looks like a paddleboard with the Mirage drive in it. 36 inches wide, super stable. And it's not a roto-molded kayak, it's a different material. They call it Ace Tech. I'm not exactly sure I can explain it to you, but I can provide the link to the Hobie site. You can take a look at it. But it is super stable and it won't sink. There's no hull. There's no internal compartments or hull. So you can't drill into this kayak. You can't do any of those drilling modifications, but you don't need to because it already kind of comes ready to go with some pre-existing holes and plugs to mount certain things. For example, I ordered the A-Trail kit. And it's a simple couple screws, just screw it right in. The holes are already there waiting for you. They make a stand-up bar, which I don't like because it would block all this casting. Also comes with the Hobie mast tube right in front of me if I want to put a sail, the Hobie sail up front, which I don't think I'll use on this kayak. But again, lots of nice little creature features in case you want to expand and customize this kayak. And one thing I didn't mention about the A-Trails have the gear track all through them, so that allows me to put all sorts of things on here, which I have. I've got a fish finder, I've got a Yak Attack rod holder on this side, a Yak Attack rod holder on that side. I've got my camera mount over here, and I've added a paddle holder mounted to the gear track underneath the A-Trail. And I've got my stakeout pole just sitting on the kayak, and it's out of the way. It comes with a nice marine deck here to stand on. And being able to stand on this kayak and cast and look around, also a huge benefit. Very easy to stand up on this kayak. Now I have super long legs, so I have a high center of gravity. It's not the easiest thing for me to get up and down on a kayak. But on this one, I've added the Navari seat risers from Navari Kayak Fishing. I think that adds 1.5 inches to the back and 1 inch to the front. And that angles the seat slightly forward to make it a little bit easier to stand. I do use the stand-up assist rope right here, but I'm just going to pull myself right up. I'll grab my fishing rod, take a few casts. Fish on. I felt him tapping. Little redfish. Little red. Well, little red, let's get you in the boat. So being able to stand and fish is just a huge bonus. Okay, we talked about how light it is, it's roomy, it's stable. It's a sexy looking kayak. I mean, it looks super cool. It's sleek. It's agile. It glides through the water fairly easily. I haven't done a speed test yet. I will today. It turns real easy. It'll turn very sharp actually. You just have to be careful. You're going full speed and you hit the rudder to turn. it'll throw you, or it'll throw you to one side. It won't throw you out of the kayak, but you'll feel it. All right, let's do a speed test. That's 4 miles an hour right now. .2. So if I work hard enough, I'm going to get to 4 miles an hour, but I can't sustain that. Actually, my Hobie compass glides through the water better than this, because the way that Hobie compass is set up with that long, sleek bow. All right, guys, I wanted to show you the turning radius on this as well. If you haven't seen this already, I'm going to turn left, and look at that spin out. Oh yeah. So you really don't want to turn that sharp. So let's see, I think I've covered most of the good of this kayak. If I think of something else, I'll let you know, but let's talk about some of the bad. Now, most of Hobie's fishing kayaks come with their, what they call their Guardian plate, their Lowrance Ready Guardian transducer plate. I have a Hobie compass, and I was able to rig up a fish finder fairly easy because it came with the hardware to do that. When I tried to put a Lowrance, the same Lowrance fish finder on this, I realized that it didn't come with the hardware. But fortunately, my Hobie dealer had the pieces I needed to make that work. But it took me an extra trip. It cost me a few dollars, not a lot. But surprisingly, that kit is hard to find online. I did find a few places that sell it, but it's in conjunction with a complete through hull kit, which cost about $30. So I think that was a fail that Hobie did by not including $6 worth of parts. Another thing about this kayak is that it's a little more fragile. Now, I haven't had that experience yet, but a lot of the guys on the forums are saying that it's a little more fragile. You got to watch out. You can dent it. I don't want to run into too many oyster beds with this. I have to be careful when I run it on the boat ramps as well. And I'm going to put some underside protection on here in the near future to help with that. Another thing that I don't like that Hobie does is they give you a paddle with this kayak, but it's a small paddle. It's meant for a narrower or a sit-in kayak. What you really need for a kayak like this is a long paddle. But this comes with a short paddle. Kind of worthless, in my opinion. It's a little noisier kayak. When I'm hitting waves, the hull slap is louder. Not a deal breaker, just something to be aware of. It's going to be a little bit louder if you're used to plowing through a lot of waves and choppy water. It's going to be a louder ride. It comes with a cup holder. It sits right here, but it's just in the way. It's just a bad spot. You know, if you're trying to work a fish finder or grab or work a net or paddle, that cup holder is just right here in the way. So I've taken it off. All right, I think I've finished with the bad. Let's talk about the ugly. This kayak being the first production of the Lynx, apparently the paint job didn't turn out well on several kayaks. I don't know how many, but when I went to the dealer to get one of these, all they had left was what they called their blems, their blemish kayaks. In this case, there was like the Hobie Lynx sticker on the back is kind of ripped in one spot, but more than that is the paint job. There's some discolorations where just the paint didn't come out well. I can live with that. They did give me $50 off. $50 off a kayak that runs about $2,900 out the door after tax. That's not much of a discount, but it's a hot item, so I would have bought it regardless. So I think I've covered the good, the bad, and the ugly. All in all, great kayak. My critique is to let people know what's going on with this kayak as far as what they should expect. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close for a lot of applications. For my needs, for inshore fishing, I think it's going to work out just fine. Good looking speckled trout. All right, let me get my hands in order here. Come here, guy. There we go. Nice. If this video was interesting or helpful, let me know by hitting that like button. In the next few weeks, I plan to do a video on how I rigged this kayak for fishing. So if you want to be notified of that, just hit that subscribe button. And to the left is a video of me fishing out of my Hobie compass that you might want to check out. As always, thanks for watching.